Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in again. I am your host, Chantel Sierra, coming to you live on location again from the House of Shakim. I am coming in today with the message of loving on you and showing up for you by the things that you do. How do you show up for yourself? How do you honor the life that you want to live? By doing the things that you truly are inspired to do. Me coming on this live is all about that. It's about showing up unapologetically, loving on myself, and playing with my little girl, as you all know. She was the inspiration for this work. She was the inspiration for me coming on TikTok, coming into the YouTube space, to be seen, to be heard, to be witnessed. And oftentimes that is truly where we get our greatest love experience. So come on in the room, let's chat. As you know, I am a holistic self-care practitioner. I work with women to find their true identity by truly loving on themselves, right? Loving on you is the way that you see the world from a different point of view. Oftentimes we can get caught up with the hustle, with the bustle, with the things that we are doing that truly don't serve our highest vibration of life. So the way that we move into that energy has to come from our own insight, from what we feel. And when you feel the good feelings, you move in that direction. When you feel the confusion, the anger, the strife, the things that don't sit right, that's when you have to pivot and go in a different direction. So, as you know, I come on here, I pull tarot, I tap into the universal energy, I commune with my higher self, my ancestors, and those guides that serve me from the other side. So this is a work that I have truly began to do by showing up and loving on me as I love on you. One of the best things that we can do for ourselves is truly do the work. What is the work, most people might ask? As we're entering into this, this Lionsgate portal, it is a perfect opportunity for you to truly go within and see what's there. Go within and release the things that no longer serve you. Welcome in, welcome in. Go within and really begin to love on you. How do you love on you? How do you see your best life now shining through you? Not from the outside, but from within. So let's tap in as we begin, okay? We are going to pull a couple of tarot cards, a couple of oracle cards from the Secrets of the Ancestor, and then our Soul's Journey cards to see what comes through as this pile showed up. So this is just for you and me. The first card out is the Knight of Swords. This is about going forward, moving in the direction of your dreams, of your visions. Sometimes we may think that they've gotten away from us, that they've gone ahead of us, but you are prepared to go the distance. And once you catch up, you will see everything that you thought you were missing. It'll be there. But you have to show up. Don't let the devil stop you. Don't let not doing the work, which is diving into your shadow. The devil is only the areas that you may feel afraid of. The places you have not showed up to love on you. The places where you have not aligned to the truth of you. And this is where we say the devil made me do it, or the devil is at work, because it's revealing where you need to show up. And sometimes that's in that place of surrender. This is the Queen of Cups. This is going into the heart space and letting whatever rise up and allowing those things that no longer serve to diminish, to let it go, to not let the fears keep you stuck and stagnant and not truly experiencing the best life now. We're going to tap in and go get a few more cards. Getting a few more cards. I guess those are it. That's a lot, but we'll take them. And it takes courage. It takes strength as the strength comes up. Sometimes you got to be that lion. Sometimes you got to be the lamb. As we enter this Lion's Gate portal, it is saying you have to go into being courageous. Being courageous to see your best life now. Doing the things that you may not ever thought you knew how. But you know that there's something different. There's something that will allow you to be the lamb in your life. But it does take strength. It does take courage. It does take doing something that you may have never done before. We're going to shuffle these up and see what order they were supposed to come out. And then you will see that everything that you need is in the palm of your hands as the Ace of Pentacles shows up. This is a new time to begin to work your magic. Work out your own fears. Work through those fears, understanding that the chaos, the confusion, the trials, the tribulation is only there to help you get rooted. Get rooted in your I am, knowing that you are the change that you wish to see. And it doesn't come forth by you just shrinking back. You have to take the leadership and not shrink back, knowing that you are protected. This lion shows up again, knowing that you are a part of something greater, something bigger, something that you may have never seen, something that your family may have never experienced. It's up to you to begin to be the leader, to take the first step, to do the things that no one has ever done before. Because you are the key. You are the key that will unlock every door. But you have to move forward courageously. In that space of balancing the yin and yang energy, taking the wheel. The wheel is that balance, that harmony, that showing up for yourself, even in the midst of disharmony, in dysregulation, knowing that you can bring it all back into focus, okay? Staying 10 toes down on your dreams, on your visions, on the things that you desire. This is how you truly begin to love on yourself and not move into the places where you're not inspired, okay? And this is the shadow work. Most people don't want to do it as the moon shows up. You have to do the work. No one can do it for you. You are the key. Everything you need is inside of you. But it starts by first loving on you and connecting with those people who can help see you through. Connecting in this sacred siblinghood. This is the sacred siblinghood, which allows you to see your visions, your dreams come forth. And it takes the work of us all. It takes us all shifting the vibration of fear, lack, worry, doubt, hustle, grind, survival into that place of peace, joy, happiness, bliss, love, abundance, wealth, success. It's all available, but you have to do the work. You have to go into the places that you never thought you could go into. You have to truly face the devil head on, if there is one. Okay? So, these are the cards for the pool. There was a lot of cards that came out. But the most important thing that I would say is this is a time for us to be courageous. Being the lion, being the lamb, as we enter into this Lion's Gate portal. It's about truly getting everything you desire. The gates are open. Are you willing to enter in? Are you willing to love yourself in a way that you've never loved yourself before? Oftentimes we say, oh, I love myself, but we allow other people's opinion. We allow other people's projection to shrink us, to not allow us to be seen, heard, and witnessed. This is the time for you to truly manifest everything that you thought you were missing. But you have to run along. Run along. run along. So we're going to tap into our soul's journey cards just to see what our soul is saying. As you know, I tap into this soul's energy because this is where our highest self shows up. It shows up to give us wisdom. It shows up to give us guidance. It shows up to, let me have a drink. It shows up to enlighten our path and give us messages that will last, as this one showed up. Peace. The peace that surpasses all understanding. This is where we want to abide, even in the midst of chaos, even in the midst of struggle, even in the midst of strife, even in the midst of things not looking like you truly thought they should. Peace says, I am a being of love. How do you love yourself? By finding that place of inner peace. Welcome in, welcome in. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Oftentimes, this energy of the devil shows up to truly help us to align. You know, there's the dark and the light. Everything has a contrast, right? Everything has a yin and yang energy, but it's also to help us navigate the experience. And navigating it in a place of loving yourself first is how you do it. Me first, then you. Giving to myself allows me to have something to give to you. How often are we stagnated in that place of wanting to serve others at our own demise, at our own detriment? That's not love. When you can show up in your own beingness, in your own love, in your own light, that should bring peace and insight to those around you. If you feel that you are battling with people in your space, by you showing up, being who you are, that means there's a misalignment. And you have to truly begin to align, staying 10 toes down and seeking wisdom from the divine. That is your higher self. That is the God energy. That is the place of imagination. Imagining everything is working out for me. How good can it get? Even in the midst of things not looking just right, just yet. You get to imagine it and holding the frequency of what you want. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? Holding that vision until it shows up at last. Imagination says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of our mind. As I've studied the Hermetic principles or universal law, it is all is mine. Everything begins with a thought. When you can begin to maneuver in a place of love, in a place of peace, in a place of harmony and balance, you truly can create that experience in real time. But it takes alignment. It takes being able to regulate. It takes being able to move that energy that may dysregulate into a place of balance by finding out I can choose. I can go into that mind space and say, how is this working for me? What is this here to teach me? And moving in that direction. Peace and imagination is what the soul is calling for. And use a little humor as my nose keeps running. And that happens when I'm channeling energy. But the humor of it all is, I'm still here. We're human, you know? We're human. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to shrink. We're going to not shine our light. But the moment you realize it, once you become aware, now you are responsible for what happens next. As you've heard me say, you are the vision. You are the dream. You are the vision. You are the voice. You are the power. And you are the dream come true. Whatever happens next is truly up to you. Utilizing humor says, I choose to focus on the lighter sides of life. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I don't have to be stressed out. I don't have to be burnout. I can choose to rest. Rest is a way of loving yourself. I can choose to not go back and forth. I can choose that. I can choose to say, you know what? I know what I feel, and I can move into the feeling of good, even in the midst of chaos, even at the expense of others in some cases. Some people feed off of chaos. Some people feed off of confusion and drama. Separate. Release it. Let it go. Liberate yourself from the things that don't make you glow. We're going to get one more card from the Soul's Journey. And 2 showed up. I heard 2, but I didn't know. Doubt. We're going to stop doubting ourselves. We're going to begin to trust our inner knowing. We're going to begin to move in the space of our knowing. What do you know for sure? This is that crown chakra energy. This is where all things are made clear. And you have to be courageous enough to move forward without fear, without doubt, without worry, even as doubt shows up. It says, I release the need to know all the answers. Sometimes we just have to be in the moment. Sometimes we have to just say, you know what? This is what it is. What do I do from here? I'm not going to regret the situation. Doubt and regret are things that help us regulate, right? When we feel the doubt, we can just rest assured that sometimes we don't have the answer, but we don't have to regret what comes next. We can be expectant of how good can it get. Regret says, I know that I cannot change the past. As I've been studying and tapping into new things and new ideas, I learned that worry, if you focus too much on the past, you will find yourself in a space of depression. If you focus too far in the future, you will experience worry. So you have to allow those things to be where they are and be present now. Be in the energy of what can I do now that feels good to me? How do I love on myself that will allow me to navigate my experience, whether it be high or low, light or dark, into the next part of my journey? We have to balance it. We don't have space for regret. We just know that, you know what? I'm here now. What comes next? So we're going to tap into the Secrets of the Ancestor and see what comes from that deck. Secrets of the Ancestor. First card out is the Mother of Air. Boundaries. How does boundaries protect your love for self? Remember, boundaries is not for other people. Boundaries are for you. The more you can contain your energy and allow your essence to radiate and penetrate every experience of how do you feel? How do you want to feel? How do you want to show up in a space of love in this situation? Boundaries help us maintain that. We're going to read from the book, Boundaries, number 35. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your hearts. Thank you for your love. Boundaries says, I speak with clarity. The ancestral medicine says, are you suppressing your emotions? We all have that hard-edged queens in our lineage. You don't want to get on their bad side. Where can you use this wisdom in your life? We don't have to show our bad side. We don't have to embody the rage. We sometimes need it. We sometimes need to be that roaring lion, but it's for our good, right? It's not for our detriment. It's not to attack. It's to protect. And the more we show space for boundaries, of holding those boundaries courageously, the more we can be steadfast and unmovable in the energy and essence that we want to hold, that we want to attract, and allowing that to be of love, the more all that other stuff will have to shrink back. But you can't move into the chaos. You have to be truly regulated and know that, you know what? Everyone has their own challenges, but it doesn't have to be yours. We're going to move into 2 more cards from the Secrets of the Ancestor. The next one out is the Mother of Earth. So we have the Mother of Air and the Mother of Earth. This card immediately tells us that we are the Mother of Earth. This is where we have been sent to prosper, to grow, to glow, to flow, to stay seated on our thrones in our knowing how good our life can be when we truly show up unapologetically. This says we have been planted in fertile ground. I like to equate that to a seed planted in the mud. First, it's just a little seed, but what is it that it is producing? How is the mud nourishing all that you want to receive? Knowing again that it's all in the palm of your hand. It's up to you to begin to toil the soil. It is up to you to water the seed. It's up to you to hold the frequency that will allow you to achieve all that you could wish or imagine. So the Mother of Earth is number 40. We're going to read that. And it says, simply, all I do is win. How does that feel to you? Do you feel that that's a challenge point? Do you feel that you are constantly finding yourself as the victim, as the martyr, as the one always showing up for others? This is the time for you to love on you. You have to love yourself more. You have to see yourself clearly in the places where you're giving, where you feel that you need to give to someone else. Give it back to you, because your cup has to overflow in that space before you can show up to give anything to anyone else. It says, the ancestral medicine says, this ancestors loves her home, your body, your temple, who you are. The Mother of Earth is fully grounded and never bored. How can you make your home a more luxurious environment? Your home, how can you make it safe to be in your body? How can you make it safe to show up in that energy? To say that I can always come home to me and I'm good. It doesn't matter what's going on around me. It doesn't matter what others are saying about me. It doesn't matter the expectation that others hold for me. I hold myself in the highest frequency of love. This is where my prosperity is. This is where my abundance comes from. It doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. The more we can tap in, the more we will not do without. Reverend Casey always talks about it. Go within so you don't have to do without. When your cup is full, you have more than enough. The next card out is the Matriarch. The Matriarch, it says, nurture the harvest. Nurture the seed of love that is planted within you. Nurture your abundance. Find out what it is. Find out what it is and anchor into it. Begin to do the work. Do that shadow work. Do the things of facing the things that the devil shows you. This card in the tarot says, in the darkness, I can heal everything. So sometimes it means going into that space, going into your own sacred space so that you can truly begin to grow, as that card just flipped up. So it wanted to be shown. So growth is the nurturing of the harvest. You have to grow. Don't stay the same. Don't continue to do the things that don't bring you what you want. Change is inevitable unless once you die, it's over. But once you begin to grow, you will see how much and how good this life can be. And growth says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. This is where this monarch shows up. Expansion, growth, fertility, abundance, wealth, success, health, all of the things that you want, joy, happiness, bliss, peace. It's available, but you have to become it. This is the embodied leadership. You lead your life. You honor your temple, your home, the body that your soul has been put in to experience this life with. Okay? Nurture the harvest. Number 3. This is mind, body, and soul connectivity. Most often we're not connected. We are not rising in our highest expression because of what we think others may think, what we think, how we think others may be affected. It is not your responsibility to monitor or control how others show up. It's only for you to be able to see yourself clearer. Look, the best way that you can help others, especially when they're in a space that you don't want to be in, is to not become them, to not embody them, to not reflect them, to begin to show them something different, as we are each divine reflections. Are you going to let someone else's low vibration shift you, or are you going to hold your vibration so that maybe they can find a way to show up too? This matriarch says, I am nurturing, abundant, and fertile with possibilities. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly, the highs and the lows. You are abundant with it all. But what do you want to grow? What do you want this fertile ground to produce for you? Do you want it to produce experiences that feel good or that diminish? It is truly up to you. This ancestral medicine says, for many years for many of our ancestors, vulnerability was not allowed. Allow yourself now to be vulnerable in their honor, and to honor yourself, my child. We are taking care of you and yours. Trust in the spontaneous abundance that surrounds you, and cultivate gratitude for the blessings. The moment we can see all the good that is around us, the more we will begin to embody our best life now. It starts in the place of love, loving on yourself, aligning to the truth of you, no matter what or how it affects anyone else. It's truly, truly up to you. So the last card that we're going to pull is our chakra alignment deck, as we tap into our I am, I feel, I can, and I do, and I choose to love. I love, I speak, I see, and I know. What is it that your energy is wanting to express? What is it that our energy needs to know? As the power card comes up and it says personal power, we have to maintain it. We have to embody it. We have to allow the fire that is passionate in our sacral chakra to move us forward in the feelings that we want to embody. Personal power is very important here. It's number 13. So we're going to tap into number 13, personal power. It says, I am empowered. And I want to add, I am empowered to love. I am empowered to love everything about my life experience. I am empowered to do the things that may be difficult. I am empowered to be the change maker. I am empowered to bridge the gap and expand my consciousness into just how good life can be. So we're going to read this from the book. And it says personal power. This is also in alignment with your I can and I do solar plexus. It says, you have called upon this card today because it is time to step fully into your personal power. Remember, this Lion Gates portal is all about that. Stepping into your power, seeing your wishes and dreams come true. As we begin to connect in this sacred siblinghood of support, of knowing that you're never alone, of knowing that everything you desire, everything you wish for starts and begins with you. So personal power goes on to say, we are living in a truly exciting time here on earth. And we are all encouraged and invited to live more from a place of empowerment. Over time, we have learned to hand over our power to other people and situations which have created imbalance and inequality. Sometimes we feel like other people knows best for us and that the situation at hand. And due to lack of self-love, I gotta ring that in. The first bell, they said, loving on you. How do you love on you? So when we are working in a place of lacking self-love, we are losing our power. So it says, I'm going to read over. Sometimes we feel like other people know best what's best for us and the situation at hand. And due to the lack of self-love and honor, we give our power over to them. It is now time to connect to your own wisdom, love, and personal power. Love. Okay? Love lifted me when nothing else could help. Love lifted me. It says, everything you require is within you. We were just talking about that. Everything you desire is within you. It says, time to connect with your soul. At times, power can be misunderstood as a negative or controlling expression that comes from the ego. However, the power we are talking about here is love. What? And it comes from a place deep within your heart and soul. Have you been handing your power over to others? Now is the time for you to choose and allow the power of your soul to shine through and to create and manifest your heart's desire. Connecting with your personal power will bring an abundance of opportunities and magic into your life. The power of the universe is surging through you at all times. Harness this power and embrace your life and well-being. Know you are supported fully by your higher self and the universe in this powerful and exciting transition. We're going to ring that in. This is a time to truly enter into this new Lionsgate portal tomorrow, knowing that you are the power. You are the dream come true. And whatever happens next is truly up to you. If you haven't already, please follow me on my social media platform, Aries to Heart, Good Vibes Lounge, LLC. Both of those, you can follow me, see what I'm doing. Tap into my Soul Sync Vibes website to see what we're curating for you to help activate and align you to your best life now. As you know, I work with women to find that place of self-regulation, find your true identity, and truly to connect with your soul in a place of soul sovereignty. So, also, YouTube. YouTube is my Circle of Sisters Table Talk podcast. Circle of Sisters, S-I-S-T Sisters, S-I-S-T-A-R-S. Oh my gosh. Circle of Sisters. Okay? That's where we're at. So check us out. I'll put it in the chat. And yeah, continue to show up. Today was day number 207 of my 365 days of going live, showing up for myself, living and loving myself from the inside out. So until next time, sending you all so much peace and love. Remember, you are the message, you are the voice, you are the power, you are the dream come true. Whatever happens next is truly, truly up to you. Choose love. Have an amazing day.